Yeah, da 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 dee bang. Yeah. Inhaling toxic fumes of every neon memory that haunts the edges of this hollow street. Ignoring every heartbeat that is begging for a rhythm and no reason to retreat. Galloping through canyons made of jagged steel and cables pulsing with the cold desire. But the faster motion only serves to feed the hunger of a silent and a ghost Wi-Fi. Scattered like a handful of electric dust inside the circuits of a broken down machine. Watching how the static fills the spaces of the places where our shadows used to lean. Designing every escape route from a labyrinth of sorrow that is carved in bone and stone. Trying to outrun the resonance of everything I've ever seen and everything I've known. Not a simple wound, but a permanent scar that is written in the language of the storm. A catastrophic shift that is pulling at the fabric of a brand new and a different form. Adrenaline is hitting maximum capacity while sprinting through the freezing midnight rain. Trying to survive the gravity of every single whisper that is buried in the aching brain. Killing the light, ending the fight, stepping away from the edge of the night, breaking the seal, turning the wheel, refusing to touch what I no longer feel. Like a obsidian blade in a mercurial storm, you're a signal that I need to let decay. Tearing out the roots of the universe and every single memory of a better day. Killing the light, ending the fight, stepping away from the edge of the night, breaking the seal, turning the wheel, refusing to touch what I no longer feel. Mastered every lesson of emotional destruction, but the ghosts are screaming in the dark like a chemical reaction that has left a permanent, a jagged and a heavy violet mark. Freezing cold pressure, shattering the barrier while I struggle to defend the inner wall. Reminding me of every single frantic battle that we fought before we chose to finally fall. Floating through the center of a granite vacuum where the oxygen is getting thin and dry. Looking for a truth that hasn't been corrupted by the silence of a long and an empty sky. Staring at the flickering of a radar screen that's pointing to a port that doesn't exist. Vanishing like a silver dream inside the rising of a heavy and a suffocating golden mist. No more static on the line, no more turning water into wine, hitting the emergency release. Watching every empire that we built together start to shiver and to finally find its peace. A high velocity transition, a brand new vision, a destiny that I am finally trying to hold until the morning arrives and I no longer feel the pressure of a story that's been told. Out of the ruins, out of the maze, disappearing into a blinding and a glorious haze, ending the cycle of the madness and the sorrow and the long and the agonizing day. Killing the light, ending the fight, stepping away from the edge of the night, breaking the seal, turning the wheel, refusing to touch what I no longer feel. Like a obsidian blade in a mercurial storm, you're a signal that I need to let decay. Tearing out the roots of the universe and every single memory of a better day. Granite vacuum freezing the soul, taking back the power and the final control. Not a simple wound, but a permanent scar, and I am finally drifting past the bar. Obsidian blade, turning into white as I'm walking out into the light. Connection lost.